Hello everybody. Today we're going to start our 4-part series of setting boundaries within the 4 intimacies. So today we're going to talk about how to set boundaries with verbal intimacy.
So there are 4 things to remember when setting boundaries, and it goes like this. Respect, protect, expect, as in what to expect, and then eventually, if you have to, disconnect. And we're going to walk through 4 rules to remember, or 4 situations.
These are just 4 examples of boundaries that we're going to, just to get the ball rolling in.
Okay, so now the first one is no name calling. If you're in a discussion and somebody starts calling you a name, or you feel yourself starting to call somebody else a name, you need to remember that is complete disrespect. You need to work to protect the other person, and so we don't call each other names. But then what happens when somebody calls you a name? You want to lay out the
expectations. I think it's clarify right away, hey, I'm not okay with that. That hurts. Can we finish talking, but I'm not okay with you calling me a name.
Right.
Or so just addressing it in the moment.
And if they can't stop calling you a name, well, then it's
time to disconnect.
Right.
That's the only thing we can do. So setting boundaries doesn't mean that they're actually going to listen and respect them. It's just what we are willing to to accept in a relationship. So if I'm not willing to let you call me a name and you're not willing to stop calling me a name, then I'm going to say, all right, I'm gonna.
Unless it's beautiful.
Okay.
Keep going.
So I can say, I really want to talk to you. This conversation is important to me, but I need to come back when you're in a better frame of mind.
This also works with the second situation, and that's tone of voice. They might be getting all the right words, but you know that condescending tone of voice, that voice that just belittles and is completely disrespectful?
It goes right through you.
Right.
We hear that so much in counseling. It's not what they say, it's how they say it. It sounds aggressive or demeaning or emasculating.
Right.
And so again, you're gonna want to say, hey, your tone is just hurting right now. Can we just soften the tone of voice? Can we start over?
You're rolling your eyes again. Please don't do that, right?
Right. And then, so again, you're going to address the behavior, you're going to ask for the correction, and then if there's not that respect or protection, then you're going to disengage from the conversation or that person.
This is often seen in the third situation, that's in sharing ideas. We want to respect the other person's ideas, right? We want to protect the other person when they're sharing ideas, because an idea it gets born without sharing it with somebody.
Right. It's done through verbal intimacy. We have the idea, and then we need to give it birth by voicing that and sharing. And we want to be able to share it with the person that we love the most. But what shuts that down is that's stupid, it's not going to work, or just cutting somebody off of like,
They stop exploring is what happens is, oh, tell me more about that idea. Or they ask questions, right? Remember our favorite phrase, we ask questions and listen with an intent to understand and a willingness to be influenced. So I'm always asking questions about her ideas that help me understand what's going on. So the last, and probably one of the most powerful things to remember is we want to keep things private. I would never go to a buddy of mine and say, can you believe Amy's got this crazy idea? Maybe once I didn't know.
She's so afraid of this, or it's like the conversations that are really private, and especially we've talked in our previous videos about what is a 5%. When we go to somebody, we know that it's really heavy on our hearts or hard to talk about. Those especially are the things that we want to keep private. Otherwise, verbal intimacy shuts down. Verbal intimacy is the foundation for all the others. So this one is very, very important.
Establishing boundaries here will lead you into the other intimacies, and you will enjoy them all. So respect, protect, say what to expect, and if you have to, disconnect. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to sharing about boundaries within emotional intimacy. Thank you.
Bye-bye.